Well, good morning everyone, and what a glorious day this is. We've just joined the A1 North. We're still in Yorkshire. We are heading for Scotland. We haven't done a great deal of planning, and the aim is to do the NC500, go around the top. But today we're heading to the Kelpies with the goal of moving up to probably Loch Ness tomorrow, and then move on from there and see where we get to. Now, Carol has a couple of places she's really looking forward to.
I am looking forward to the Castle of May and also John O'Groats. I'm not looking forward to the very narrow, windy roads.
Well, we're going to have to do them if we're going to go round. Let's see what happens, see how far we get. We do have to be back in 8 or 9 days, so it's not going to be a long trip. We're hoping there's not too many midges around though. So let's see how it goes. See you in a bit.
We take the A1 North, then the A66 from Scotch Corner to Penrith. Then the M6 North until we reach Scotland. Skirting Glasgow, we head east towards Falkirk. And after a long drive from Yorkshire, we finally reached the Kelpies.
In 3/4 of a mile, the destination is on your left, the Kelpies.
What am I paying for?
The parking, I think. Hang on.
Hello.
You're looking to park or stay overnight?
Stay overnight.
Right, so right, this is when it starts to get a bit more expensive.
The parking attendants were very helpful, telling us about all the facilities, toilets open 24/7, the barriers, that we should probably take a double parking spot in the middle row somewhere near the far end for the best view of the Kelpies at night, but leave a space between vans for fire regulations. And this may look empty now, but it fills up pretty quickly in the evening as more vans arrive, and there are about 30 vans here on the night we stayed.
Let me know if I'm blocking your sun so I can move. So we've arrived at the Kelpies, and these are giant horses designed by Andy Scott, I think it is, the artist. Erected in 2013 and originally opened in 2014. They are
Mythological horses.
You can walk around here day and night. You do pay for parking. At night the smaller car park is open. We've parked here for the motorhome, and you pay for a little bit of day parking up to, I think it's 5 or 6 o'clock, and then you pay for night parking overnight, which is £15.
Crafted from stainless steel, standing 30 metres high and weighing 300 tonnes each, they were visited by more than 1 million people in their first year alone. As you can see, they're illuminated at night, and flying drones is permitted as long as you stay within the rules. Wow, magnificent, aren't they? And as the sun goes down, they really do stand out against the night sky. We're so glad we came.
We had a good night. It felt extremely secure. We were partly locked in, weren't we?
It is I believe, a council-run car park that has barriers that come down, so it's fairly secure. 10 o'clock, the barriers come down. Barriers come up again at 7. So there's not supposed to be any movement between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m.
We are heading now to Loch Ness, which is going to take us ballpark 3¼ hours to 3½ hours.
Heading north on the A9, we have another long day's drive ahead of us. The roads were still good, the scenery constantly changing, and we skirt the famous Cairngorms National Park. There's mountains against blue skies, valleys with shiny blue water. Then just a few miles further on, barren, almost like the North Yorkshire moors. Then further on, back to greenery. While not stunning, we certainly weren't complaining. Eventually, the time came to turn off the A9 and head towards Loch Ness on the B851. The roads are still looking good, and we thought we'd make good progress. And it's fair to say we weren't quite expecting single-track roads quite this early. And there were a lot of them. Around 14 miles, in fact. Fortunately, the roads weren't that busy, but this is not somewhere you'd want to be in a hurry in a camper van, a large motorhome, or even towing a caravan, especially if you're worried about single-track roads to begin with.
Well, that has to be one of the most
Turn right, then take the first left.
interesting cross-country drives we've had in the van. We've just had 14 miles of single-track road to get to the Camping Caravan Club site at Loch Ness.
Don't we go in that way?
Yes, we need to go through the barrier first.
Situated near Foyers on the south shore of Loch Ness, this is a relatively new Camping and Caravan Club site and has all the usual facilities you'd expect, including an amenity block with underfloor heating, a shop, Wi-Fi and more. Our pitch had hard standing with an electric hookup and even our own fresh water supply. Access directly to the shores of Loch Ness is right from within the campsite. This site caters not only for motorhomes, caravans and tents, but also has a number of pods available too. We head to the facilities block to wash the pots after dinner, a welcome alternative to washing up in the van, with endless hot water and large sinks. But as soon as we were done, we heard an air-sea rescue helicopter coming up the loch, and it looked like he was hovering over a couple of canoes while a fast rescue boat approached. We do hope everyone was alright, but it does serve as a cautionary tale that even inland waters can be dangerous. Now back at the facilities, there are lots of toilets, basins, self-contained shower cubicles, as well as hairdryers, etc. Disabled facilities are also provided, and there's always plenty of hot water. Florence hates the vacuum. Leaving the site, we'd been advised to head south towards Fort Augustus, then follow the north side of the loch in order to pick up better roads more quickly, instead of going back the way we came.
Hello!
Hello.
We're currently driving along the edge of Loch Ness. Good night last night at the campsite. We're heading up towards another campsite in Wick that we've found, and we're planning on making a couple of stops along the way. Next stop will probably be for coffee or perhaps lunch.
Oh, a coffee. I could do with one now.
Yes, I know. Maybe going to find a beach for Florence to walk on if the weather stays nice. It's turned a bit cloudy today. Let's see how we go. Car coming.
Oh, we can't go off here.
It's fair to say, however, there were lots of single-track roads even in this direction, and the 14 or 15 miles took well over half an hour. Sadly, the weather was turning, which didn't bode well, as the weather forecast had definitely changed since we set off from Yorkshire. Eventually, though, we reached Fort Augustus, and a little spark of excitement from Carol.
Oh, there might be a shop here for fridge magnets.
Well, if you see one, shout.
Oh, there has to be. This is all gift shop country.
We find quite a large car park just over the bridge, parked up, and headed into town.
I better go buy a ticket.
So I've just stopped at the Fort Augustus gift company to see if we can get a fridge magnet, because as you may know, Carol is a big into fridge magnets. What have you got?
Messy.
Okay, that's what you want, yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, it's worth mentioning that here you get half an hour's parking for free. You got to pay for anything above that. Quite a good little car park. There's room for cars and for buses and for motorhomes. There's specific places, so we go here and half hour for free. And if you have an electric car, they even have charging points here.
Leaving Fort Augustus, the roads were finally good again, and we head northeast towards Inverness, where the NC500 officially starts. Loch Ness is around 23 miles long and up to 750 feet deep in places, and it's said it contains more water than all the lakes in England and Wales combined. Wow! Now, as we head along this beautiful scenery, we'd like to take a quick moment to ask a favour. If you'd like to see more content from us, we need to grow this channel, so please click the like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe and ring that bell to be notified of upcoming videos like this. It's totally free. Thanks.
I thought it was an old house.
Loch Ness Central Exhibition
right.
here.
Oh, right.
What's it there? Nessieland
Oh,
Exhibition.
Nessieland.
Well, we didn't stop, but there is a Loch Ness Visitor Centre if you'd like to call in.
I guess it'd help tourism if we spotted it today, wouldn't it?
Ha! That's been hopeful, Carol. After driving through all this wonderful scenery for just over an hour, we finally reach Inverness and decided that now would be a good time to stop for lunch. So a park up is getting pretty important. Fortunately, we spot this one as we arrived into Inverness and decided to check it out. It's relatively flat, easy access and lots of space. Perfect.
We found quite a good little car park. Again, the first 30 minutes are free. You have to press to get a ticket, and then you can stay here for 30 minutes. So we're having a quick lunch and thank you, a coffee, and then we are going to make our way. What's the next stop?
Well, we're heading towards Wick, but I think we're going to stop off. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, Dornoch, something like that. And there's a castle there, there's a beach there.
Okay.
Planning
Is
to
that
take
the
Florence
next?
on it.
That's the next stop.
I believe that's the next stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll enjoy this. See you soon.
Join us as we head north on the NC500, Dornoch Beach, Dunrobin Castle, the world's shortest street, John O'Groats, the Castle of May, Dunnet Head, Smoo Cave, Carlskew Bridge, the Sky Bridge, Halen Donnan Castle, the West Coast scenery, the winding roads, and much more. Subscribe for the next episode of NC500. Thanks for watching. See you next time.